What is going on, Capricorn? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be our general reading for July, the mid-month check-in of July. So hopefully you're having a good day or night out there whenever you're listening to this. We're here to get you some more clarity about your path, make it a little more easier for you to kind of like move on in life for the month of July. So hopefully you guys miss me. I did miss my Capricorns out there. It's general. It may not resonate with everyone that watches the video, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel as usual. If it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous readings that I did for Capricorn. Let me show you guys your cards. All right, this is going to be your present energy that we're stepping into. First, your main storyline that we're going to take a glimpse at. If you want to see how those cards are looking. After that, we'll move into your futuristic energy, and this will be on the left side of the reading. This will also be covering your supporting details. All right, Capricorn. And then in the end, we're wrapping it up with your fairy card. You guys have the King of Summer. All right, it is summertime, so that kind of makes sense. All right, if you guys are brand new to the channel and you don't follow me already on IG, you can follow me at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. If you're looking to book a personal reading with me, you can book that in the description of the video. It'll have all the details about how to book. All right, Cappies, let's just get this moving. Let me make a quick adjustment because I think I have you guys plugged in. Yeah, I do, because the camera is about to die. So, yeah, have to plug you guys in. All right, so let's go. Crowning your reading, right? We have the Ten of Swords with the Judgment card and the Father of Pentacles. So I'm really picking up, for a lot of Capricorns out there, the second half of July, you have this major closeout that's happening here. Something is completing. Something is finished. Finito. Done. Ten of Swords energy. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a closeout here. And with the Judgment card, it could almost feel like you guys are waking up from a bad dream, waking up from a nightmare, waking up from something that was very painful, a cycle that really put you through the gauntlet when it came down to challenges and obstacles and seeing what you were made of and how strong you are. And, this was some real dark night of the soul energy that I'm picking up for some of you Capricorns, like being drugged through the mud, right? Being tried with the fire. But the good thing is, Capricorn, you guys are coming out as gold. So, Father of Pentacles energy, I feel like this is the outcome of that whole cycle of pain, that cycle of harshness, of coldness, of darkness, right? It led to your awakening to another level of consciousness, right? Crown chakra being activated, Kundalini rising up to the crown. And so this Father of Pentacles is coming out as somebody that's very enlightened, that has this illumination that has happened when it comes down to your relation to reality, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with other people. Who are you? Right? What have you found out through all of these different trials that have come to test you and to make you and to push you and to break you, right? And I don't even know how that rhymed, but it came out that way, right? So, but this Judgment energy is once again this awakening from a sleep, from a slumber, from darkness, awakening to a new level of consciousness. And I feel like you were pushed into this place by these Ten of Swords, by this pain, right? But now, as the Father of Pentacles, you are so much more grounded. You have grown so much, right? You've been elevated to this place of security in life. It's like you have become a staple in your own life, right? Some of you guys maybe have become a staple in where it is that you kind of are, right? In your career or job or relationships or family. It's like I'm picking up a more weightier presence that the Capricorns are taking on, right? When you're walking in a room, people know that you're in the room. Not that Capricorns didn't already have that. Like, you're just born with that presence anyway. But your presence here has taken on a different form here, is what I feel. Like, I really like your presence when you're showing up around people, when you're talking on the phone with people. It's like you have this presence about yourself that speaks volumes, because it speaks to all of these different obstacles and betrayals and heartbreaks and disappointments and losses that you have taken over the years here, but especially in more recent times, that have pushed you to this awakening to where it's like you've earned your stripes. You've been around the block. You know a thing or two, right? It's like you have your experience that you have gathered, and it has brought you to this place of enlightenment on a certain level. Now, for some of you guys, this is going to be a direct correlation and connection to your coins, your money, right? And it could be that money is on your mind now, right? It's like not that it already wasn't, but this could be at the forefront of your mind with that pinnacle. But more so, not just money, but just like what money represents, the security, the stableness of financial pursuits, right? And also the material plane, because the Father of Pentacles has mastered the material plane. And I feel like this is where you guys have been being pushed for a while, Capricorn, into this mastery of the material plane, which makes sense because you're an earth sign, right? And it's like you should be able to master something that you're naturally born with, right? The gift to master the material plane, or the physical plane. So this coin to me represents everything that represents that plane of existence. What makes you comfortable? What makes you feel grounded? What environment do you like to live in? What type of career do you like to work in to bring in your money? Um, what type of relationship do you have with money? Right? What type of money consciousness have you been awakened to? All of this is coming in, is what I feel, with this whole closeout of an older cycle here. What relationships make you feel more stable? This is all about comfort and stability, growth and fertility. And I don't know why why am I rhyming on Capricorn's reading. Maybe that's something with your energy. But moving down below, we have the Two of Cups with the Two of Pentacles and the Hangman energy. So for some of you guys, you could be dealing with a love, a romantic connection here with the Two of Cups. No way around it. But you're feeling kind of indecisive. It's like you're juggling the decision of whether you want to invest in this or not, because the Two of Cups is a very equal, loving connection where there's a lot of attraction, and it's beautiful, right? But it needs more work to get to a place of the 9 or 10 of cups, right? This is like the beginning of a connection, or something that needs investment and needs time in order to grow, in order to stick around. So with the Two of Pentacles, some of you guys could be having this new romantic opportunity in the second half of July, but you're trying to make a decision if you want to invest in it or not, right? You're juggling. You're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And you're also at the Hangman energy, so you're stuck when it comes down to moving forward within this connection. You're trying to um, find your footing here, is what I feel. You're trying to make up your mind with the Hangman energy. So until then, it's like you're in limbo. You're just hanging out, trying to see things from a different point of view. Because right now you haven't made a decision, especially for you guys that are dealing with somebody that is offering you an emotional connection here. You're like, I don't really know. Like, I like you, but I don't know. Right? You could be focusing on other things right now, Capricorn, which, just makes sense. The timing could be off. Or maybe you are drawn to this person, but you're also afraid because of what happened in the past cycle of love. So all of these things are playing a factor in you just kind of like halting the whole process and coming to a full stop. Like, wait a minute, before we move any further, let me just wrap my head around this. All right, so that's happening. Moving over here, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Death card and the Mother of Wands in the building. So I feel like, you know, you guys could be connecting with somebody that's very similar to you, possibly, with the Father in Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles coming out. But on the other hand, right, this could be talking about a transformation that's taking place where the Queen of Pentacles is starting to shift or metamorphosize into the Mother of Wands energy. And I wouldn't be surprised because this Mother of Wands energy was showing up a lot in Taurus's reading, which is also an earth sign. So it's something that you guys are starting to take on when it comes down to like being a little more passionate or taking more action when it comes down to, your goals or things that you're wanting to build, or coming into this space of attracting abundance as opposed to, just working on it. It's like the Mother of Wands or Queen of Wands is very skillful at um attracting opportunities. It's like she makes work a lot easier. She works smart and not hard because she knows who to connect with, who to speak to, what to communicate, when to hold back, what battles to fight, which ones not. She's very strategic, right? Now, the Queen of Pentacles energy, on the other hand, is a multitasker. So she will take on a lot of things at once and be able to do it all, right? But she works a little harder than the Mother of Wands, right? It's like, because she can hold down two jobs and a marriage and kids and something else and a business. It's like, that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. Um, Very strong, very tough, very unbreakable. Mother of Wands energy, on the other hand, is a little more sensitive. So she has to be a little more strategic because, she can't take on the weight and the pressure of the Mother of Pentacles. So some of you guys are kind of shifting some things, and you could be transforming a little bit into the Mother of Wands energy where you're like, okay, let me lighten my load a little bit. Let me take a little bit off of my plate. Let me not multitask so much. Let me get into the space of, doing what needs to be done, as opposed to doing everything. Prioritizing, right, could be happening here. And maybe this could be the thing that you're becoming enlightened about, when it comes down to your finances. Like, what do I need to tap into as opposed to just like doing it because I know I can do it, right? That Capricorn work ethic is very great. Like, you guys can knock out any type of workload in your sleep. Like, no worries here. But I feel like you guys could be becoming a little more strategic and starting to want to point those efforts that you have, that ethic that you have, into different spaces, different environments, putting it into different containers so that it really works out more for you in the end, you know? But either way it goes, it's like this is a increase that you're having, some sort of expansion that's happening here because you already have the Queen of Pentacles locked down. You know how to do that. So now it's like you're mastering that Mother of Wands energy. All right, so let's keep it moving. Down here we do have the Hierophant with the 5 of Wands, and the Judgment card pops out again. So for some of you guys, this is you awakening to different forms of like subconscious programming and leaving other ones behind. This is you creating a new program to operate in that works just for you, as opposed to taking on a program that just was created by your family or for society and trying to fit yourself into that norm, trying to fit yourself into societal norms. It's like, for a while now, you've been breaking out of this with the Judgment energy, right? You've been going through hell because you've been trying to, you know, almost stay put inside of a system that just didn't really match you at all. So Now that you're choosing to really close that cycle out, you're releasing the ideas that are connected to it, the traditions, right? The belief system, the value system that was connected to this thing that was causing a lot of internal conflict, that was causing you a lot of struggle. And I feel like you're making yourself a lot more moldable, for lack of better words. That's not really the word that I was looking for, but it's like you're a lot lighter now that you're moving into this new space, because you're becoming a lot more open-minded when it comes down to possibly what you're doing for money, for career, for job, right? And who you are in general. It's like you're not sticking yourself in one area that you have to stay in. You're not putting yourself into a cutter type of mold, right? It's like you're understanding that you're dynamic, you change, you evolve, you elevate, you expand. It's like it's no way you can stay just in one space and stay comfortable here, because in life the only constant is change, right? So with that judgment energy, I feel like you're releasing yourself from a subconscious program that was causing a lot of internal conflict here, the Hierophant, right? You're turning your back on old norms that used to be normal for you. Maybe they used to be comfortable at one point in time, but now it's too uncomfortable. It's too small. You're too big for your britches, right? You've outgrown that mold. And so you're breaking away, right? And wanting to create a new um, value system for yourself. 1 second, Cap. Okay. Now for other people that are in this relationship here, that could be into some sort of commitment, maybe your commitment or relationship is causing a lot of confusion or conflict with your internal world, right? It's like some of you guys may be feeling kind of down a little bit, maybe down on yourself. Something about your self image is what I'm picking up here when it comes down to somebody that you're in a commitment or relationship with, or something that you're committed to. And maybe it's causing so much conflict that you're wanting to break away. You're wanting to break out of this, especially for the people that are kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out when it comes down to a relationship here. And yeah, instead of you hanging there, you may be deciding to just fly away and free yourself up for more space, for new opportunities, for just this new cycle that I see you're coming into. Because there's a lot of endings here and new beginnings, and there's also a lot of transformation that's happening here. So you guys are waking up to a new level of consciousness. All right, so over here we have the Four of Pentacles with the Magician and the Mother of, or the Father of Wands. So a lot of matching energy is happening here. So you guys are definitely dealing, with both sides, both aspects of yourself, the right and left brain, the masculine and feminine principle, the yin and yang energy, because we have the Father of Pentacles and the Mother of Pentacles, and then the Father of Wands and the Mother of Wands. Some of you guys are just in a connection that's very strong, that could be a very strong soulmate here. And there are some things that you're needing to hash out with this other individual, possibly. But for a lot of other Capricorns, I'm really just feeling that there is this level of balance that you guys are coming into, which has so much to do with this awakened state, where you're operating in your masculine principle and you're operating in your feminine principle, and you know when to turn that switch on and off. You know what task you have to do with your masculine energy and what task is needed for your feminine. It's like very balanced energy here, which is why the Four of Pentacles is here. It's talking about a state of balance, a state of mastery, um, a state of stableness, like that you have kind of create it for yourself. This energy makes me think about people that get to a certain plateau, and once you get to this state of being, it's really no going back. It's no returning. You can't fall back down to where you were at before once you like get to this space. It's almost like you guys have built so many synaptics. I think that's what they're called, right? In your brain, neural pathways. You built these neural pathways, and it's like it has gotten you up to this space or the state of being where it is no more return, because in order for you to return to where you were before, you would have to like undo all of those neural pathways that were built that brought you to this awakening and to this new level of consciousness. So it's almost impossible. And in this new space, you guys are the magician, right? You're in this place where you're creating your reality, right? Where you're attracting the things that you want and repelling the things that you don't. You are a co-creator here. So as above, so below, as within, so without energy, right? If you are cultivating a pretty good space in your internal world, if you have been working on yourself, developing your truth, right? Balancing all the things that could throw you out of balance in your internal world, then you're kind of coming into this space where you're able to manifest, these new realities for yourself, is what I feel. The magician. And the Father of Wands is also here, right? Speaking to the vision that you have in order to do this, because the Father of Wands is very visionary. He's a visionary. So some of you guys have been dreaming of this vision for a while. Some of you guys have been very active with this law of attraction, right? Visualizing something, making it real, making it feel real, taste real, smell real, experiencing the whole thing before you actually get it in the tangible world. But this is allowing it to come into the tangible world, right? You're working with that law of attraction energy. And the Father of Wands loves that. So you're taking on a lot of different forms, a lot of fire and earth energy though, Capricorn. So some of you guys could just have those placements in your chart a lot, fire and earth, and it's showing in the second half of July. So let's keep it moving so I won't get stuck on those cards forever. Sorry about that noise. Let me adjust one more time. That is just my mic, Capricorn. So moving over here, we have the Five of Swords energy. We have the Three of Swords right below that. The Ten of Pentacles came out, and then the Death card. All right, so with this Five of Swords energy is clarified by the Queen of Wands. So once again, we get the Queen of Wands energy with the Son of Wands. So Five of Swords does talk about leaving something behind, walking away from something that was going to be a lose-lose situation anyway. Walking away from a battle. It's almost like this is the energy of, when you see those movies and people are going to war, and then, on one side they start to see like, okay, wow, we're losing too many men. They're killing us out there. It's time to retreat, right? And you hear somebody say retreat, and then the horn blows and everybody starts to go back the other way. This is what I feel could be happening here, Capricorn. It's almost like a lost cause that you're dealing with something. And because you want to put your attention, your energy in the right places, like this Queen of Wands does, to reserve her energy, she knows, like I said before, when to pull back, when to fight a battle, when to not. It's like you're taking that energy away from that battle that the Five of Swords represents and putting it into something new with the Son of Swords, or Son of Swords. Son of Wands, which is also the Page of Wands. It's like this is a new bright idea. This is something that is a new beginning, that you're channeling all of this energy that maybe you've been going to war with into creating something, right? It's like the season of the struggling and the fighting and the war is over for you. Now it's like you're wanting to build, you're wanting to create, you're wanting to have a season of peace, right? You don't want to fight against life in the world anymore. You want to create your reality. And this is what I think is happening for you guys the second half of July. This is starting to open up. The Three of Swords is also here. Yeah, so once again, you're walking away from something that maybe has been breaking your heart for a while. Eight of Cups energy. Emotional disappointment. Sorry that I barely can talk. Um, Emotional disappointment. You're walking away from heartbreak. Three of Swords energy. So some of you guys that have been on the fence about maybe this person that you're connected to, I feel like you're going to be walking away from them towards the end of July or the beginning of September because it's too much disappointment. It's too much pain. It's too much heartbreak here. You can't bear the burdens anymore. Um, and you're walking instead into something that is fulfilling you. Ace of Cups energy. So, to be honest, some of you Capricorns could have two options, and you could be juggling, one that is the past and the other one that is a new beginning, possibly here, now that I see this card. Because for some of you guys, it's like you have a new love opportunity coming in, a new connection, somebody that is saying all the right things, right? Like somebody that seems like more of a match, somebody that seems emotionally compatible to you. And you're wanting to walk away from something that it has done nothing but break your heart, right? Someone possibly here. This is what I see. Yeah. Even up here, it's the same thing. Walking away with the Five of Swords, taking your power back and putting it into something new. Son of Wands energy. That's new energy. And the Ace of Cups is also brand new energy. That's fulfilling. It's like you're feeling your thirst here after being thirsty for a second. Capricorn, and I'm not saying you guys are thirsty. Like, no, this is just symbolically speaking, please. But Three of Swords does talk about some heartbreak energy from the past that you're deciding to just maybe close out totally. Yeah, because you want some level of maturity with the Ten of Pentacles. You want growth. You want expansion. You want fulfillment here. The fullness of a connection. So yeah, you guys are going to be pulling the rug from under somebody with the Tower card here. Something that's coming tumbling down that was made to fall, that was built to fall, like demolition. Something is coming crashing down, and I feel like it's because you're walking away from it. You're no longer holding it up, Capricorn, with all of that power that you have and that strength that you have. Because I get the feeling that some of you guys could have been almost being taken advantage of because you were holding up, keeping this thing running, keeping this ship moving because you have those skills and abilities to be able to do it. And you could do it all on your own if you need it. Like I was talking about that Queen of Pentacle energy. You could multitask everything and run the ship solo and not need any help. But you don't want to do that anymore. And this is why I feel like you're jumping overboard. You're leaving. You're like, you know what? Let the ship sink. I can't pull all the weight anymore. Right? And some of you guys with the Seven of Swords, you're doing this and not even giving notice of it. You're just like, you know what? I'm out. It's almost like somebody that's quitting a job but not giving 2 weeks, the 2 weeks notice. You're just like, for how you guys have been treating me and how you've been doing me, you think I'm going to give you a notice? And I've been guilty of that, believe me. Like they say it's unprofessional, but come on. Some people just need it. Yeah, but this is how you guys are doing it. It's like you're pulling out and not giving any notice. It's like you're doing it underneath the radar. Seven of Swords energy. Flying beneath the radar, not really making a scene, not really letting people know that you're checking out. It's just like they come to the captain's, the place where the captain sits on the ship, and they're like, wait a minute, there's no captain here anymore. Like, what are we going to do? Where are we going? How do we even figure out the coordinates? And it's going to crash because there's no captain on the ship anymore. And you guys have thrown up the deuces and left. So I do see that happening. But I feel like you're setting yourself free by doing this, Capricorn. However, this message is hitting you. All right. So the Death card here, it comes in with the Queen of Pentacles again and the Eight of Wands. So yeah, something is being closed out. Something is wrapped up. Something is completed. It has totally died here. The Death card comes to close out the cycle for you. And this is how you guys are coming in. The Queen of Pentacles and how much she's been enlightened, right? It's like she understands now more of her worth, more of her value, right? Because she's no longer willing to put it into spaces or people or environments that don't recognize her value and look to just put so many things on her plate, you know, to take advantage of that work ethic that she has, the ability to multitask, the ability to handle pressure. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm not doing that anymore. And so some of you guys are definitely going to be speaking your truth and communicating this with the Eight of Wands, or you're just letting people get the message by what actions you're taking. Because you do understand actions speak louder than words, right? Yeah, so Capricorn, you're leaving something behind towards the end of the month. You're leaving somebody behind. You're ending something. All right. Let's go over to your fairy card, and then I'll wrap up your reading. We're 31 minutes in. You guys have the King of Summer. It says honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted. A romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. And that could be everything that's happening in your world right now, Capricorn, or you just could be tapping into one of these areas. But I definitely did see some sort of romantic partner here. And I did see people getting involved in something cultural or creative, and it could be an endeavor. So this is just that overall energy that you're coming out with, the King of Summer, which is also, I feel, the King of Wands. Yeah, visionary, innovative, creator. You guys are taking on that energy. So I'm going to wrap it up right there for you. Hopefully that resonated with you, Capricorn. If it did, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I'll see you guys in the next reading, which is going to be in August. Yes, August is here. So until then, stay safe and later.